know, a lot of us have been cooped up now for a couple weeks, and even more of us now starting Friday for the next couple weeks. So these are going to be some powerful movements that we can incorporate into our daily routine, our daily lives, that are just going to help us, you know, really thrive through this this change in lifestyle, and things that you can continue to use even past that. Because let's face it, like, a lot of our lifestyles nowadays are very much more sedentary, maybe than even we would like, and we can really offset that with some simply easy movements. So we're gonna really work on opening up our hips today, as well as the upper spine, because as we sit on our computers all day long, right? Or maybe you're trying to work from home and you're on your couch, hunched over. Like, all these things are going to definitely take a toll on our bodies and bring us into a much more converging position than we optimally function at. So first off, let's get into we're just going to get into a lunge position to start with. And so with this position, we're going to bring the back leg up first, and just hold a solid plank position here to start with. And as you start to feel more comfortable in this position, you can even drop down a little bit lower. And we're going to hold this for even 2 minutes or so. Would be a great place to start. Through this 2 minutes, you can hold that statically. What you're going to want to do is really focus on your breathing. So taking nice long breaths in, even pausing for a second, and then letting that breath out. Your breath is really going to help you work through some of these more sticky phases and positions, and really help you get deeper into these positions. You can also get a little bit of movement in when you're in these positions too. So rocking through your hip joints here. This is a great way to help open up the hip joints and really keep those hip joints healthy as well. So we're going in and out of internal, external rotation. You can use your arm to help you move through those movements. And after you've held both sides for a couple minutes, we can go into some actual rotations through that too, to help our spine rotate through these motions. So I just like to take hand behind the head and just help open up the spine. Or you can bring your elbow down as far as you feel comfortable there, even down to the ground, and then open up. Really getting good rotation through, especially through your thoracic spine. So again, going down here and opening up. You can just flow through these movements, ideally at least 5 to 10 times. Good. And then from there, going through different pigeon poses. So some of you might be aware of, but this is going to be a great stretch, especially if you're sitting for long periods of time. These muscles tend to get real tight, or even weaken. So we're going to work on some ways to actually engage some of those muscles as well. So going into a pigeon pose here, you're bringing this leg up to about 90 degrees. If you need help, you can also use a chair, so that, say the chair is here, and you can use a chair to get into this position a lot more comfortably. But when we're in this position, we're going to hold that real comfortably, 30 seconds to a minute or so, and then as you feel better in that, you can ease yourself down. Again, keeping your hips at about 90 degrees here. And again, your breath is going to be very powerful in helping you through all this. And as you feel more and more comfortable, reaching out forward and coming all the way down. And then you can go through those different stages for, again, 1 minute to 2 minutes. And then once you've done that on both sides, we're gonna actively engage our hip abductors as well. So maybe for the piriformis and some of those muscles, we're going to help actually engage those by taking our hands off the ground. And we're just gonna go through a hip hinging motion while in this pigeon pose. So you can do this very slightly, whether you're still on a chair or not, just working through these ranges of motion. It's going to be a different stimulus than just stretching. Good. And then just on all fours here, we're going to continue to help open up the thoracic spine here, that as we are in this hunched over position tends to get really restricted and tight. So here, just going through your typical cobra and pike positions here. So coming straight up, bring your head between your shoulders, holding that for a second, and then you can come down to a plank position. And then keeping that core tension here and your butt actually engaged, come down just a little bit, take a deep breath, open up your spine, and then come back up into a pike position again. And so you can flow through this, either holding those positions or coming up and down multiple times. And each time just working a little bit further through that and letting more tension go. Good. And then the last one we'll go through to really help open up the thoracic spine are some thoracic rotations. So you can do this just on all fours. And what we're going to do is just bring your legs out to the side just a little bit. Bring your knees, pull your knees in together. It's going to help actually lock down our lumbar spine and keep that stabilized. And then we're going to help rotate up, then through, and rotate up. You can come down lower, and getting at least 5 to 10 of these on each side will be great. And then you can finish by just even sitting on your knees, going into eagle pose. Again, bring your arms or prayer pose, elbows together, squeezing those elbows together. Take a deep breath in, and on your breath out, bring your elbows up higher. Again, taking another couple deep breaths, you'll really feel your scapulas pull away from your spine and really open up your thoracic spine too. And you can hold this for about a minute, and you'll really notice a big difference after you flow through that. So really all this will take is about 10 minutes to go through that, and you'll be happy you did. So we'll come at you with a few other ergonomic tips here soon, and even some more mobility sessions as well. So give that a try. Let us know if you have any questions with any of those movements, or if you need to modify anything